Oh, crap. I did not mean to do that. Alright. You see it. Alright. Moon Queen, are you here? Wait, where's my... Oh, it's plans. That's not what I want. Can anyone hear me? Oops. Rocket 8 terabyte. I got myself 16 terabyte. Oh, this is what I need. Oh, this is a scam. Like, it's got 2 stars. Wow. Alright, I'm not sure if Moon Queen is here or not. Hey there, Moon Queen. Present. What chapter should I read? I'm only gonna read one chapter, okay? Just one chapter. Hey there, Moon Queen. I thought you left. Sorry. I was kinda getting sad if you weren't here. Any chapter. Let me see if I can find it. Here. Let's let me read this chapter. This is the chapter where they one chapter tonight, then one tomorrow. Um, here. Let's see. No, no, no. Let's see. All right. So I'll read this for you, Moon Queen. This is a chapter that starts. Oh God, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. It's not good. This is not a good. I need to write better. All right, all right. Let me just stall. Let me just stop stalling. Uh-oh. All right. Chapter 17. Yvonne being infected with Sone was not to be taken lightly. There's a serious dangerous predicament. Oh gosh, okay. No, 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 no. It was a serious and dangerous predicament. Uh, with this. There. Every sentence is like there's already a problem with every sentence. Let me start over. I'll try not to make any noise. Okay, I'll try. Sorry. Yvonne being infected with Sonnet was not to be taken lightly. It was a serious and dangerous predicament she's in, and through Piercy and Xander. Wait, what the hell? It was a serious and dangerous predicament she's in, and though Pierce. Okay, wait, she's in. Oops. There. It was a serious and dangerous predicament she's in, and though Piercy, Nicholas, and Xander understood that they couldn't fully. Wait, what? This sentence doesn't make any sense. And though Piercy, even though. What? I don't think this sentence was supposed to be right here. Questionable line. Yeah, questionable line indeed. Come on, read. Okay. This sentence. This. Tire. Had. It's. It's too much. There you go. It's too much. There you go. This is just. That's just one. Oh, look at this. It's tearing me to reword. Look at this. I'm already like 2 sentences in, and there's already a big problem. Okay. As Piercy approached the monitor, watching the difference between the blood. Wait. Oh, sorry. I thought it was a sentence. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Let me start over. As Nicholas approached the monitor, watching the differences between the blood, Piercy asked Piercy asked Ethan how this came to be. This is a fucking terrible paragraph. We're doing a different paragraph, okay? This is a freaking paragraph. Okay, I'll just stick by it. This is a very messy paragraph. As Nicholas approached the monitor, watching the differences between the blood, Piercy asked Ethan how this all came to be. How this came to be. All while Xander remained as a bystander. Ethan told Piercy that Yvonne that that Yvonne becoming infected is unclear. It didn't take long for Piercy to connect. Okay, this is a mess. It didn't take long for Piercy to connect Nana with Yvonne. In fact, he immediately assumed her attack was the reason she became infected. He told Ethan about it and found out it was the cause. That could be, Ethan said, but it's like I said before, Sony is unpredictable. Then Nicholas spoke out loud. Well, then suddenly, Nicholas spoke out loud. No, 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 no. This no, no, no. Predictable. I may add one more conversation about Nana biting Vaughn. I could take it seriously or add a funny slash relatable comment. Maybe saying that Nana is a zombie and she infected, I don't know, affected Yvonne or some shit. Okay, yeah, this is a mess. Okay, like already, like look how many notes I've got. I've only been reading for 10 minutes and I already got like a shitload of them. Okay. Then, suddenly, Nicholas spoke out loud. This is perfect. They all turned to him, wondering why he would say that. Of course, he explained himself. Pace feels rushed and unnatural. This is exactly what we need. I didn't say that Nicholas, oh, whoops, sorry. Nicholas was speaking. It felt that it was ah obvious that he was the one talking there. This is exactly what we need. Leverage on Yvonne. If she tries to intervene with us, we'll use this against her. It was blackmail. Piercy raised it. Okay, let me read your message, Frankie. It's good, don't worry about it. Where is Moon Queen? Moon Queen's probably just in the background, not typing. It's fine. Let me go back. Piercy raised his eyebrows at Nicholas, shocked at his words. Shocked at his words, but more that he was considering. Shocked at his words, but more that he was considering it. Yeah, now I remember why I put reading ahead while you make notes. I'm here reading ahead. Sorry, yeah. He was going to explain himself some more, but Ethan interrupted. What are you talking about? Leverage, intervene, use it again. Wait, leverage, intervene, use it against her. Wait, use against her. Nicholas was vague with his word. It's okay. I just like to read whatever I see. Thank you. Sorry. Nicholas was vague with whatever. Sorry. Nicholas was vague with his words since he didn't want Ethan to know about Percy's plans with the girls. He only told him his side of the story. That Yvonne came to his house unwelcome, and he fears she could be a threat to his family. If she were to do anything drastic, he would use her infection against her. Are you out of your mind here? Eh, are you out of your mind? Ethan shouted. That's blackmail. I don't care what she did to you. You can't do this. For all I know, you're all making stories against. You're all making. Shit. Where'd it go? Oh, you're all making up stories about her. Blink twice if you need help. I am fine. And I promised I would read, but it feels like I'm editing more than reading. Nicholas making up stories about her. Nicholas tried to tell Ethan again what kind of. Oh, tried to explain. Let me see. We tried explaining to. There. Nicholas tried explaining to Ethan again what kind of person Yvonne was. Insane was one of the few descriptions he said about her, but Ethan shrugged off his words by telling him that it was wrong. However, despite his failed attempts to reason with Ethan, Nicholas still told him that he would still blackmail her. Was he done editing if you want? No, it's okay. I'll still read this. I'll try my best to do this. This, of course, upset Ethan even more. Yeah, questionable. He stumbled on his words, trying to explain that nothing good. Oh, let me see. He stumbled on his words, trying to explain that nothing good will come out of their actions and that he will inform Yvonne of this conversation. This is cool though. It's like seeing bloopers and backstage extras for a show. I'm glad that you are enjoying this, Yvonne. Yvonne, Moon Queen. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Previously tried to plead to Ethan, hoping that he would change his mind, or better yet, let me see. Wait, to show. Because he tried to plead to Ethan, hoping that he would change his mind, or better yet, understand their point of view. But Nicholas gave his own peace of mind faster. With one hand on his hip, he spoke. With one hand on his hip, he spoke. I forgot why I added this detail. What added? You can tell. Wait. You can tell Yvonne everything. We'll all go our separate ways, and nothing will be stopping you from. Wait. You can tell Yvonne everything. We'll all go our separate ways, and nothing will be stopping you from doing so. But what do you think will happen when you tell her that you told us about her having this Sony infection? You think she'll trust? You think she'll trust you ever again? Let me see. You think she'll ever trust you again? There. Let me tell you what's going to happen, Ethan. Let me see. There. She will do everything to keep our mouths shut. This includes you. You think she's all sunshine and innocent. Yvonne only cares about one thing, herself. If you know anything that can jeopardize her place in the USF, then she will do anything to keep you quiet. You don't believe me? Then go ahead. Then go. There's the door. Unsure how the tone should feel at this moment. Kind of feels like a shit. I know 210. Nicholas stepped to the side and raised his arm at the door, almost taunting Ethan to leave. At first, Percy thought that Nicholas was gambling with his plan, that this was an act of fear to make Ethan scared to confront Yvonne. But when he realized that this was his way to level with him, hmm, but he then realized that this was his way to level with him. It was a different approach than what Percy would have taken, but it was one that he understood. You see, these feels dragged out. Yeah, let's do so. I may have to give this a bit more details and love. Alright, it was just a matter of if it was just a matter of if he's okay. Let's see. It was just a matter of if Ethan would leave, and though he took a few steps to the door, he didn't exit the room. What the hell do you want from me? Ethan questioned. I don't want any problems. I just don't know what to do with any of this information. Yvonne has Sonne, and you come with all these accusations. What do you want? After staying quiet for so long, Piercy finally spoke to Ethan. He asked him to keep today a secret, to never speak about their conversations to anyone, to speak of, to speak of their conversation to anyone, especially to Yvonne. He apologized for the inconvenience, but also told him that if he remained silent and allowed him and Nicholas to handle this dilemma, then all will be well. I kind of like that, but I also think it's also weak. Yvonne, sorry, Ethan said that he didn't care for whatever plans they had. All he wanted was to not get into trouble, to lose his job that he worked hard to get. Piercy gave him his word that he will be fine as long as he kept his secret. It wasn't enough to make Ethan fully trust him, but not too little to have no faith. He agreed not to share their conversations, and with that, Piercy, Nicholas, and Xander left. Yeah, Piercy may take too long for them to feel them down. Yeah, this is very right. The three returned to another room. Xander took a seat, his hands rubbing his head as Piercy and Nicholas stood by each other. They stayed quiet, giving them time to soak in all that they learned. That they learned, but that eventually ended when Nicholas questioned Xander on his job in the facility. Xander vaguely explained his duties to Nicholas and Piercy, saying that he keeps record of inventory and helps with shipping with equipment. Helps with shipping and helps with shipping of equipment here. Shipping of equipment. There we go. Within the facility. This wasn't merely conversation. Piercy knew why Nicholas was talking to Xander. He wanted information about him to learn what skill sets he had and if he could use them to their time of need. Piercy confronted Nicholas about it, telling him that he didn't want to bring more people into his own personal affairs. It was a plea Nicholas heard before, but instead of complying with him, he tried to make him see the situation through his eyes. Piercy didn't want to be persuaded. Wait, didn't want to be persuaded. This may have. There. He stopped Nicholas from explaining himself by arguing, telling him that he didn't want any more people in their business. Okay. Okay. This is a repetition. There has to be a better way to say this. The argument ended when Xander asked him one question. When Xander asked him one question, is what you say about Yvonne true? Xander was really tired about her torturing kids. He didn't need to explain that. Piercy knew what he meant just by looking at him. I mean, okay, okay, okay. Or a very bad seed. Damn. As much as he didn't want to involve others into his own problems, Piercy thought uh, Piercy thought Xander deserved at least an answer. So he gave him a nod. He hoped that it would satisfy Xander, make him not want to be part of the situation, but it did the exact opposite. It didn't take long. See, It didn't take long for Xander to have an understanding on what Piercy and Nicholas were planning. With the, with the talk of children and Yvonne's actions towards them, he correctly assumed that they were rescuing some from within the facility. They were surprised how quickly he figured everything out, even making them question their secrecy, but they didn't want to insult his intelligence. Okay. This is the best way to say this part. Instead of denying his words, they decided to tell him everything slowly and carefully. Xander managed to handle the news relatively well. He was still shocked, but not enough to be dramatic. He knew that they were going to threaten Yvonne so that she wouldn't interfere with them, but he felt like that wasn't enough, and he told them that. Before Piercy could speak his mind, Nicholas asked Xander what he had to offer. After explaining that his help after explaining that his help was a one-time after explaining that his help was a one-time thing. What? After explaining that his help was a one-time thing, changing his mind about him not wanting what? This is a fucking mess. Xander told the two again that he had a major role in keeping his inventory in the facility. Piercy knew he was the head chief in that division through Devon, but since Xander didn't say that, he didn't want to mention it. He told them they needed something more than Yvonne not interfering with them. A distraction, something that would get their undivided attention so well that even if they were caught red-handed with the girls, they wouldn't be a priority. Nicholas asked if he could do something like that. Xander said yes. He told him that it was simple, often. Wait, to break. There. Often, the facility would ship containments around the world, specifically Japan. There have only been a few times these shipments went missing, so little that you can count the number on your hand. However, each time that happened, the USF would go out of its way to locate the missing shipment. Wait, what? The shipment. However, each time that the USF would go out of its way to locate the missing shipment, no matter what, and each time they want, this is a fucking terrible sentence. I think I was super sleepy when I wrote this. However, each time that happened, the UO, well, each time that happened, the USF would go out of its way to locate the missing shipment, and and no matter what uh, shipment, matter, I don't get this fucking sentence. Sentence makes no fucking sense. I get really mad when I look at my sentence that just suck. However, each time that happened, the USF would go out of its way to locate the missing shipment, no matter what, and each time they found them buried. Let me fix the sentence. However, you see, this is another fucking mess of a sentence. This is terrible. However, each time that happened, the USF would go out of its way to locate the missing shipment, and no matter what, each time they found them, no matter what, safely found them. They were buried underneath the vast ocean. Okay. It required so much manpower that in all cases the USF would not be able to participate in the many activities and businesses it had in the world. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta write it down right here. Oh, this is not the right way to say it. This is also supposed to foreshadow that super expensive, cool, go gadget shit. Then Xander finally proposed his idea. He would falsify the next shipment. This would create a crisis not only in the facility but in the USF itself. Everyone from within everyone from within would focus on searching for the missing shipment, giving them a massive distraction to advantage their escape. However, he also told them he couldn't do this alone. He told them falsifying the shipment is only half the work. To make the distraction, he would have to misplace one of the smaller crates. It wouldn't matter what size the shipment is, big or small, no exception. He said he could put one of the crates on one of the transportation boats back to California. Sure, but they would have to move it. Piercy stayed quiet, not only because of how surprised Xander came up with a somewhat steady idea, but that he's considering taking him in. Him and Nicholas. Nicholas. Okay, let me see. Peter. Oh, sorry, I didn't put the word. I didn't put the A in it. Him and Nicholas stepped to the side, and the two talked quietly. I can't tell if this is good or bad, Nicholas said. I know you didn't tell this man anything, but he still figured it out. Now he has a plan. Now he has a plan that's not half bad. Piercy, what do you want to do? I can't I can't tell if this is good either, Piercy replied. But if this is real, if Xander could keep his word and secrets, then he could be of great use. He knows too much already. I need him close just in case. They stayed quiet. Wait. I didn't know if I needed to. Doesn't want. He doesn't want Xan. Oh, whoops. Does. Of course, he has regrets. His morals. They stayed quiet, thinking about their next move. If they were to accept Xander's help, they would also have to bring another to hide the crate, which also risks them knowing about their plan. That is, unless they could find someone they could trust. The question now was who was someone they could trust that could hold UOSF property? It didn't take long for Piercy and Nicholas to think of one person. Lenny. Of course, it was unknown if he would help, but they still had to focus on Xander for now. Percy questioned Xander on his ability, asking for more certainty if he was able to do whatever he can when the time comes. He told him that he would do what he can, but also explained to him that it has to be. Wait. Xander told him that he would do what he can, but also explained to him that it had to be on a day after the false shipment when all the security would focus on that. Xander's idea seemed promising to Prissy. despite all that is against him. However, the main thing that riddled him about Xander was why he had no issues in helping him, why making that choice was easy. When he questioned him, when he questioned him about it, Xander raised his eyebrow. Wait, when he questioned him about it, Xander raised his eyebrows. You're seriously asking that? He said. Wait, you're seriously asking that? Xander said. You tell me that children are in danger, and you question why I would help you. Pacey became silent after hearing Xander's words. At that moment, he assumed that Xander was going to request to see the girls further prove that if this was a hoax, he would deny him only because he wanted the girls to be safe. No, 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 no. This was a false. He could take Xander and back of his head. Back of his, he knew that he wouldn't be able as so long as he was around. This sentence needs to be rewritten there. He wouldn't know how they would handle talking to another stranger ever since the incident with Yvonne, but the question never came. Xander simply walked out of the room, leaving Percy and Nicholas alone, which they would do the same moments later. Okay, still I only have one page left. Still being wary of Yvonne, Percy followed Nicholas out of the server's floor and into his office. They weren't as paranoid as before, but they were still careful. She was nowhere to be seen, so the two felt safe to speak. Nicholas shared his thoughts on Ethan's speech about Sonia. It was the same conversation as before. He first doubted Ethan, saying that he was lying and all his words were a fairy tale. But then, okay, wait, let me, there. But then, he remembered the evidence that he showed on the screen. Someone wouldn't go this far to tell a lie. That is what Nicholas. Wait, that's here. That's what that's what Nicholas believed in the end, and even with the benefit of the doubt considered, he. That's what the end. That's what Nicholas believed in the end, and even with the benefit of the doubt considered. Oh shoot! Sorry, I'm doing that wrong. And even with the benefit of that's considered, uh, he concluded that Ethan was telling the truth. Every sentence is a fucking correction. Percy stayed quiet as he listened to Nicholas. His silence was enough to let him know that he thought the same way. However, his thoughts weren't on Ethan's word. With new information on the girls and a somewhat structured idea on how to get them out, his mind was all over the place. But there was one thing that was floating through his thoughts more than all others, and that was the new people who are part of the situation, Xander and Ethan. Percy spoke to Nicholas about the two, telling him that he understood why he treated Ethan the way he did, but also reminded him that now is not the time to make enemies. Nicholas told Percy that he did what was necessary, that Ethan shouldn't have been disrespectful to begin with, but also agreed not to let his emotion interfere with them again. As for the enemy talk, Nicholas told Percy that they should all focus on Yvonne, that they should focus that all they should focus on was Yvonne. She's the main obstacle in your way, Nicholas said. Sure, we have Xander and Ethan to worry about, and actually getting the girls out. But Yvonne, if what Ethan said was true, that she has this Sony, we can use that against her. You don't think I know that? Piercy replied. I don't want to succumb to that, Nicholas. Yvonne and I are already on bad terms. If I blackmail her, then there's no going back. Why do you care about being on her good side, Piercy? She came to my home. She could have done something to my wife and son. What if she hurt? What if she hurts him? What if she hurt him like she did with your girls? She's a bad woman, Piercy. Yeah, it feels off. She's a bad woman, Piercy. No matter what you do, you two will never be friends. If you don't feel comfortable confronting her, then I can do it. I know you got the girls to worry about, and your plan is not really going the way you want. You asked for more people to get involved, but things have changed. I can do it, Piercy said, interrupted Nicholas. I don't want to go about it this way, but if this is the only way, then so be it. She's my problem. I'll handle it. What I need you to do is to keep a close eye on Xander and Ethan. You know, make sure they don't go to wait, let me see. Wait, if that's the only way to go, then I'll blackmail her. Sense into the story. There. She's my problem. I'll handle it. What I need you to do is to keep a close eye on Xander and Ethan. You know, make sure they don't go telling people about this. If you feel like something is wrong, you let me know. As for me, I have to tell my brother everything that happened. I don't want him to be dragged into this mess, but I can't leave him in the dark. This also goes for Lenny. If this is going down, then we're going to need his help. I'll talk to them tonight. Right now, I just want to be with my girls. I understand, Nicholas replied. I'll do what I can, but I have to ask again. Are you sure you're up for this? Before, you didn't know why the girls were here. Now you do. Are you sure that they're ready for the world? The, they're in here because they're sick. They are not sick, persisted Nicholas, interrupting again. I mean, yes, they have problems, but they don't belong here. He told me. Wait, wait. Eh, eh, eh. They don't have long to live, and I don't want. They don't have long to live, and I don't care if they can infect others or whatever nonsense Ethan said. I cannot let them stay here any longer. I will not. Nicholas didn't question or argue with Piercy afterwards, even though there was so much to speak about, such as how to bring Lenny to the plan and, just basic shit. The two didn't speak on such things. Nicholas simply promised Piercy again that he would do all he can to help him. All he can to help, there, can help. With his appreciation being shown with thanks, Piercy left the room to spend more time. Wait, Piercy left the room. Here, this was already said before. Didn't know if I needed to add this, but he didn't go straight to them. You see, okay, okay. Ah, shit. Here, damn it. There. Oh my god. There you go. He double checked to see if Yvonne was around. He didn't see her even. He double checked to see if Yvonne was here. He didn't see her. Okay, I could probably rearrange this sentence. I could rearrange this sentence to make it flow much better. This is fucking messy. As strange as it sounds, he realized that the girls have never seen it with their own eyes. He thought it would be special for them. Okay, that was painful to read. Oh my god, that was so fucking painful. Uh-oh, my book is deleted. That was my chapter. Wow, what a... As you can tell, like, this is not a good book. Okay, that took me 40 minutes to write. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna end the stream right now. I'm not gonna go to bed, but I'm gonna end the stream right now. Moon Queen, it was great to see you again, but but I am dying. Okay, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later.